am back in the hot seat. We have Aaron VanderGalien here. Why don't you introduce yourself, Aaron?
So I'm Aaron VanderGalien, the president and CEO of Dexia.
Okay, so let's talk. You're in the hot seat. So what is one of the best honesty moments that you have ever had, and why?
Wow, that's a tough question.
It is a tough question.
I didn't.
There's been a lot of them, I hope.
I purposely did not read the questions because I wanted to be able to be honest and
authentic
open with
yeah.
my answers.
Yeah.
So, the point of honesty that was okay. Here's a good example. So I had an employee, team member that we were working together on a project, and I kind of caught that she wasn't receiving it the way that I was intending it. Yeah. And I just shut the conversation down. I said, hey, let's take a minute. And then I said, I just want you to know I care about you a ton. You're an amazing staffer. You kill it for our organization. And if I am delivering, differently than that, I need you to tell me. And so it was scary because I'm like, I hope I hope I'm reading this right, because I could be completely reading it wrong.
Except no honesty.
Yeah.
Now there is a rule book.
Yeah, now there's a rule book. I like how JD said chapter and verse, So that was the moment. I mean, it was, and I saw her light up, and she was really grateful for my candor and my honesty with her, but just, it was super vulnerable. I was ultimately exposed at that moment.
Yeah. Do you feel it led to a better outcome in being able to do that? Because it's really challenging.
I don't know.
You said it's real risky. I mean, you really just don't know when you dive out there if it's going to be 2 feet or 100 feet deep, and what's going to happen.
I think it was a positive outcome. We'd have to get her in the hot seat to ask her if it was a positive outcome, but I think it was a positive outcome.
Okay. So what is one of the most difficult things to be open to, and why?
Yeah, that's a great question. I heard one of your other people answer this earlier with criticism and critique. I definitely think it's that. And as a CEO, I think the hardest thing to be open to, because you have a vision and kind of a charted path that you're following in your mind of this is how things are going to go. And when people come, and I mean, it's almost like driving a boat. There's waves that come and smack up against the side of the boat, whether it's economy or, upset customers or happy customers, or, you're still trying to keep the boat on course, but you're getting pushed around by these different influences. So as a CEO, I think it's very hard to truly openly hear all of the feedback on maybe we could do it like this, or maybe we could do it like that, and really truly let it set in and go, okay, maybe, there's, in all of it, there's nuggets of truth and there's value there. But how do you capture that in a way that doesn't throw you off course? Because it could throw you off course too. So it's really challenging to stay open when you're trying to steer a ship in the storm, if that makes any sense.
Yes. Okay, so we've all heard of West Michigan Nice.
Oh gosh.
How does that affect our ability to be open and honest? Of course, West Michigan Nice, Midwest mentality, all of this. And, we want, I don't know. I want people to like me. Yeah. I mean, as a boss, you probably do as well. That's always boss. Feels good, at least.
They know how much I love that phrase. That's why they use it to joke with me. So that's a good question. I think that West Michigan Nice has got its pros and its cons, right? Mm-hmm. I think West Michigan Nice tends to be a little bit more open and honest than maybe whatever they claim New York is. I've heard the joke, New Yorkers stab you in the chest and people from California stab you in the back, right? It's very true. I've lived in both areas. I think that West Michigan Nice has its perks, but I think the downside is sometimes we get away with not being fully open and not being fully honest. We can get us 60% of the way there, and that passes as truth rather than the whole truth, if that makes sense.
Yeah. In your position, obviously leading a successful business, what is the best advice? What is the thing that you have learned day in and day out, year after year, or after spending years in all your wisdom, maybe starting out thinking you knew more than you did and actually realizing, wow, we don't know so much. What is it? that you step away from and say, this is actually what I can say I hold to be true?
That's an interesting question. So I think probably everything that makes you a great entrepreneur, this is one of the sayings I say a lot, and so I apologize, Grace, for saying this.
No, we want to know this.
What makes you a great entrepreneur makes you a shit CEO. So as an entrepreneur, you have to know how to tighten all the bolts. You have to know how to turn all the wrenches. And as a CEO, you have to lead and inspire people. And those are totally two different skill sets. And what's interesting to me is I have found in my journey of transitioning from an entrepreneur to a CEO that it is 100% about vulnerability and being open and honest. And that's truly how you inspire people.
Yeah. Being authentic.
Authentic, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Aaron, thank you so much.
Yeah.
It's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
Appreciate your insights.